welcome to Storm Reads, and today I'm going to be doing another book haul. One is kind of a mishmash of books that I've gotten last month, and I think a couple maybe this month, I'm not sure. I'm going to start out with a couple of arcs that I got for review. And this one is Blood Like Magic by Lascelles Sambury. Hopefully I say that right. Sambury, Lascelles, I'm not sure. Hope I didn't butcher it. But I got this from, where did I get it? Simon & Schuster. Yeah, I thought it was Simon & Schuster. And this one comes out, when does it come out? Does it say? Oh, in June. It comes out in June. Okay, and it is, I have no clue. I believe it is about a girl who has witch magic of some sort, and it says, boy is determined to save her family's magic no matter the cost. So, and it says, and witchcraft, blood is everything. So yeah, it's a witchy book. And yeah, I don't know a whole lot about it, and it's a big one too. But I do know that it sounded kind of cool, and I like witch books, and so I thought I would give this one a try. So when I was asked if I wanted a copy, I thought, sure, why not? So I got, oops, and it's really shiny too. So I have this one to review. Put that over there. And then I've got Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and this is a young adult contemporary romance, and I know it's a kind of about a girl who likes a guy who is like, is it her friend? She likes this guy. Oh, it was somebody, her crush that she knew from before, and he moved back to town, and she really likes him. And she has this other guy, Wes, who he's kind of like her, I think, like neighbor or somebody that she's known forever, but he's just not the kind of guy that she would want to think about. He was always the one putting like frogs down her shirt and things like that, and so she thinks of him as a monster. But he becomes really good friends with Michael, and so she thinks her in to Michael is through Wes, and of course I'm sure she's going to decide that she likes Wes more than Michael. That's my guess. But anyway, it sounded like it could be cute, and I got this one from Simon & Schuster as well. So they're like my go-to publishers. They always sending me good stuff. And then I got some things here that I just bought. Some of them were from, like I said, I bought some things from Book Outlet, the used bookstore, and that Restore place. And so I'm going to go with some of these really pretty, like classic books that I got. They're so pretty. But I got Jane Austen's Persuasion. I got this from a Book Outlet. They have these. They're kind of like fake leather or whatever, but they have a bookmark already built in them. Whatever, and they just look really cool. And Persuasion is my favorite Jane Austen, and so I couldn't help but get this. It's really hard to see like what the actual color is on here, but like it shows up orange, but it's not really orange. It's more of a fuchsia color. I'm trying to get it kind of like that, maybe. There. Anyway, but yeah. Persuasion, favorite Jane Austen. I love Captain Wentworth. His letter's better than Darcy's. Hands down. And so, with the mention of Mr. Darcy, then I also got Pride and Prejudice, because, I had to. And, yeah. These are so shiny. But this one is kind of got like a really kind of purpley color, but it's hard to tell. And the blue. But yeah, I got that one. And then another one of my favorite classics is Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. So I had to get this one. And this, maybe if I hold it about right there, yes, silver, and it's kind of purple with the white. But yeah, they're like so soft, and they're just kind of pliable, and they're just really cool. And they have a whole bunch of like the classics like this with this like fake stuff. It's from Paper Mill Press. And so I may get some others, I don't know. There's those. And then I've got a few horror books. I got Dean Koontz's Watchers. I remember I read this like a long time ago, probably when I was like a teenager, and I loved the movie. And the only thing I can kind of remember is I think it was about a dog who is trying to protect a, is it a boy? Of course, there's only the author on the back. And I think it's kind of like a Bigfoot type thing. A top secret government laboratory comes to genetically altered life forms. One is a magnificent dog of astonishing intelligence, the other a hybrid monster of a brutal, violent nature. Yeah, so I thought it's about a dog trying to protect them against the, like, Bigfooty type creature that was genetically made, I guess. Anyway, I remember liking it, and so it's been a long time, so I thought maybe I would try it again and see what I thought now, since a lot of my tastes have changed in things, so you never know. And I've heard a lot about this one, and I don't really know what it's about, but Harvest Home by Thomas Tryon. I know a lot of people in the horror community on BookTube talk about this one a lot and how much they liked it, and I seen this one on abooks.com, and it was only for like a couple bucks, so I thought I would get it and give it a try. The village of Cornwall Combe lay in drowsy sunlit tranquility, just the kind of unspoiled, crime-free place where New Yorker Ned Constantine and his family could live happily and safely. Or so Ned thought. Then something about the town's quaint customs, its eccentric people, start to make him uneasy or maybe a little afraid. But he never guessed at the truth until the horror began. So, no clue still what it's about, but it sounds cool. And this is another one that I think I watched the movie when it first came out, and it was okay. I don't really remember a whole lot about it or anything, but I know this one makes its rounds on BookTube too, so I thought I'd give it a try. And this is The Ruins by Scott Smith, and I don't know anything except for I think it's about some people that go into like jungles, like hiking or something, and they come across some kind of ruins and something bad happens. And I've always wanted to try this author too, and I've not tried any of his, and I seen that Book Outlet had this one. I did not realize it was quite the chunker that it is, but I do believe that me and my friend Barb are going to try to buddy read this at some point, maybe this year, maybe not quite so soon, but later, maybe. And this is Ash by James Herbert, and I no idea what it is about. Fear will let you in, terror will keep you there. Sounds kind of cool. Anyway, and it's his most controversial novel to date, so we'll see. If anybody has read this, you can let me know. I have no clue. Any of these books, if you've read them, feel free to tell me what you think about them, good or bad. And then, of course, I can't help but pick up a John Saul book. This is Perfect Nightmare. Still no clue what it's about. I did get this one at the place where I could get 10 books for $1. This was the book I wanted, but then it said, 10 books for $1, so I just went ahead and grabbed up a whole bunch of other books. But yeah, I have no clue what it's about. If you open your house to strangers, who knows who might come in? Sounds cool. Okay, with this next one, I've read the first book in the series, and then I never continued. But it is a series that I would like to read one of these days, and so I could start over with that one. So, we'll see. But anyway, I seen this is one of them. I don't know what number the book is, but Bloodbound by Patricia Briggs. It's a Mercy Mercy Thompson. Yeah. It's about a mechanic, Mercy Thompson, and I know there's shapeshifters and all that kind of good paranormal stuff in it. And I think they're kind of like urban fantasy, maybe. And I remember liking the first book that I read. I just like mini series. I read the first book and then forget about it. So try to get to that series sometime. And then these next books that I got, I picked up at that Restore place where they were the $1, 10 books for $1. And I just went through and randomly picked some really old Harlequin romances. I got them because the covers reminded me a lot of my mother. My mother was a big Harlequin romance reader when I was growing up. I got my love for books from her, and I got the kind of books that I like. I think I kind of got from her too, because she loved romance and mysteries and horror and stuff like that. And that's kind of the books that I read still now. And I remember when I was 16 and swiping some of her Harlequins to read, so the first romances I ever read. So these just kind of reminded me of her, and she has passed on, and so it's kind of like nostalgia, I guess, and that's one of the reasons I grabbed these up. Maybe sometime I will attempt to do a reading vlog. I don't do those very often because I feel like I'm like horribly bad at them. Or do something that's, reading. Maybe I take a weekend and try to read a couple of these books or something. But I've got Kay Hooper's Raven on the Wing. And it's like one of those that, they cut the back off a little bit. And, yeah, it reminds me a lot of, like, the stuff that my mom used to read. And they're pretty old. Let's see, what's this one? Yeah, it's 1987. And these, I remember these specifically too, with the round circle. And this is Master of Morley by Kay Thorpe. And yeah, that circle thing reminds me a lot of the ones that my mom used to read. And this one is pretty old too. This is 1983, so these are definitely some vintage Harlequin here. And we have The Untamed Witch by Patricia Lake. And it's pretty old too, I think. Ooh, 1981. Yeah. And Where the Wolf Leads by Jan Arbor. And I don't know anything about them. I just picked them up just for nostalgia. And this is from 1980. And then I got this. This one's a little rough on the front. It's called Lord of La Pampa by Kay Thorpe. And it's got a little nasty there, but it sounded like it might be kind of cool. And I think this is the oldest one out of the group. Yep. This one was published in 1977, so this one definitely is an oldie. And you can kind of tell by the outfits they got on. And everything. And so that is all the books I have for this second book haul. I do have one more book haul come in where I have these 2 milk crates full of books and everything. I still need to kind of go through them. I went through them once, and because they're the ones that I was telling you about that this lady gave me. And I think there's some in there that are the same. So I want to make sure I take those out because I don't want to like be showing the same books twice or something. So I do need to look through them again, kind of put them in some kind of an order of maybe ones I think I'm going to keep opposed to the ones that I'm not so sure of. But I just want to show everybody, and you can give me feedback if you're read any of them or something like that, whether I should keep them and read them or not. But yeah, that one's coming soon. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.